Hi, I'm Al Alexander. I'm a student of the MFA in Creative Writing at UWI. Today I'm doing an excerpt from a piece that I wrote called Town. The sound of footsteps and oversized flip-flops, a familiar sound that I had not forgotten. I raised my head to the door, and there she was, Carol. Carol Henry, Miss Henry as my mother would insist I call her, was now near 60 herself. A below-average height woman, hair always kept, but her clothes would sometimes appear to need a better washing, and maybe folded instead of bundling. Oh gosh, these avocados nice. How much of them, Miss Baby? Carol inquired about the avocados that were on the table, set up right outside the parlor door. Mr. Cleophas, Miss Baby's husband, would usually set up a table outside the shop with produce from the many trees they had in their backyard. Carol stood there, lifting and inspecting the perspective of the bunch. Choosing a good zabuka is 50% science and 50% intuition, and takes plenty guava season to master. Carol, stop squeezing up Todna. You'll get it soft, Miss Baby quipped. Miss Baby, you know everything I touch just get hard? Carol responded, and then burst out into laughter, another distinguishing characteristic of hers. Carol didn't just laugh. She would raise her head backwards and bellow. Holding her chest with one hand, she would pat her legs a couple times with the other, while swaying her body to the rhythm of her laughter. Hey girl, you have innocent airs in here, Miss Baby scolding Carol while pointing in my direction with her lips and a side eye. It was only then she recognized me. I'd gotten myself into a comfortable position at the corner of the counter where the glass case with the preservatives stood. Eh, Mr. Potterspain, is here as we hiding? Carol takes a job. Morning, Miss Carol. I come here to pick up a couple things, as I'm not feeling to drive to the grocery this morning, I responded. Well, boy, just the other day, Baby and myself was talking about you, Patrick, Jason, Olivia. How is Godfrey's son name again? Nicholas. I know the others live in foreign, but as far as I could remember, you still here, still in Palo Seco. But he's still working in town, right, Baby? Carol says, turning to Miss Baby. Girl, look the boy right there. You asking me? I never see more. Miss Baby interjected in her matter-of-fact tone. I knew that this was actually Carol's call to assemble. That thing these two ladies would do when they are going to gang up on a man and prove to him that he isn't worth the time, but to properly put him in his place. In my mind, I'm ready for the approaching storm, saying to myself, take the blows like a man. Words is win. Carol wastes no time. She jumps straight into the assault. I've seen Carol switch up before, seamlessly, moving from a giggling schoolchild into a dreaded principal, as quick as a blink. A real Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in dingy clothes. So, mister, you have a little tongue girl or what? Nobody here does see you. We just hear somebody just see you driving along the road with a spot you by the gas station. But I live in right here in this village, and I can't even catch a glimpse of you. So you have a little girlfriend? Carol's questions was long, like those I faced when I was at university. No, Miss Carol. I've been single a whole 5 months now, I replied, then thinking that I didn't have to offer that much information. She on you or what? She asked without hesitation. Carol, that is not your damn business. Leave the boy alone, Miss Baby exclaimed to Carol. It's unholy inquisition. Baby, I know what you're playing. I sure you want to know if the tongue boy here have a little tongue girl. Carol waves Miss Baby off with a downward flick of her wrist and continues. Boy, that is nothing to be ashamed of. I get plenty horn in my 60 years on God's green earth, and I give a little too. She laughs and slaps her leg. Well, it wasn't any of those things. We were just not fitting for each other and mutually decided to end it and remain friends, giving Carol the most uncorruptible answer I could muster. Mutually compatible? Well, Sanderson and I was mutually compatible until he stopped bringing home money, and then I stopped cooking. But you don't have to worry about that, I sure, because them young girl do cook. All they does do is make the famous call to KFC when they're hungry. But that good. You never have to worry about them putting umangala in your food. That is one good thing about Tongue Woman. Now, if it was South Woman, like Baby there, you know, right? You know that's how she get Cleophas. Carol bursts out into laughter, pulls out a tightly folded 20 and hands it to Miss Baby as payment for the zabuka. Well, at least my Obia work, and it's still working well. You should have come by me instead of trying it yourself. Oh no, you'd have be living in Remy's big house, and you'd have 1,000 goat. And it's good mangala, eh? Miss Baby's swiftness always amuses me, and I am compelled to laugh. Just then, Cleophas emerges from the door connecting the shop to the house. He enters the parlor with a smile on his face. He had overheard the entire exchange, but the last part about Mr. Rainey brought him out. On seeing him, Carol grabs her zabuka and heads to the door, laughing as she usually does. Not me and you, Cleophas. Tony boy, have a good weekend. It was nice seeing you. Carol makes her exit. Just then, Cleophas looks in my direction and squints and opens his mouth as he recognizes me. Tony boy, what breeze blow? He greets me with the normal, decent country greeting for someone you didn't see for a while. Cleo boy, I came here to see you. I was now telling that to Miss Baby. I said with a big smile. Miss Baby jumps in. Don't bother with he. He heartbreaks, so he come out for some sun and love. Miss Baby never has a cover for her mouth. So you had nobody in town to drown your sorrows in? Cleo comically asked. Cleo boy, don't bother with these ladies. They're just having fun, I replied. Well, because I know tongue people, I have no time for nobody. I tell you, God himself could appear in tongue, and people will still be pushing to get into a maxi to go home and watch his second coming on the evening news. Hear them, all this rain in tongue, God choose a bad day to come back. There was no lie in that statement at all. Cleophas, he still go out and play little small girl on evenings, but now as he retire, he just go out and heckle everybody like he used to back in the day, I asked. Tune boys, I get too old to sweat. Plus, them young fellas is the biggest attack shit tongue it ever had. I just have to take gravel just to watch them play. Tony, they worse than you, he says with a sinister laugh. Old Cleophas was one of the best footballers the South had ever seen in his youth. And he let you know it on the field with his masterful handling of the ball and off the field with his equally quick tongue. They used to say football will never get you anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago. But how you think I catch Baby here? I used to make up lyrics for that ball, and she used to get weak whenever I score a goal. Cleophas gloats while looking at his wife with a side eye and smile. Then you score a child, and all the fanciness done. She chimes in, on time, as she is known to. Tony, you know Gracie here? Yeah, she come last night. This time to stay. We went and picked her up in the airport. He surprises me with that. I am unable to hide my enthusiasm. All the boys had liked Gracie. She was their love child and their princess, who had gone on to win a football scholarship and was now living abroad. Let me see if she wake up as yet. I'll ask her to come and say howdy. Cleophas hurriedly makes his way back through the connecting door and shouts her name at the top of his lungs. Gracie, you up? Come and say hello to Tony. He ain't staying too long. Thank you.